A lot of people at April don't realize how generous Sean was with some of his rules.
Oh, and it was coming out of his pocket too.
Well, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
he builds that into his overall performance, but
sure.
still, um, a lot of folks just, in my opinion, didn't realize or just plain weren't thankful at some of the education and the rules we had to work within.
Right.
As much as people bitch, they were actually, some of them were pretty liberal.
Yeah. And on trades that were some sort of a technical or a software glitch, he just ate it.
Yeah.
He said, "That's all right. Just keep." He wants people to stay positive and keep working forward.
Yeah,
Trading.
thank you, Ed. That was well said.
Pardon me?
I wanted to thank you for what you said. That was well said.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Very true. I agree, Danny. Triple bottom here, still just comfortably moving along. I mean, no pressure on the New Zealand Swiss. Best thing to do with this one is if you hit your target and if it pulls back, I don't even know if it's giving you some pips. But the main one is to wait for the trend line. Big turn here. Moved up nicely. Now we're going sideways. All right. New Zealand US, the day that just closed, broke out. Let's check this one. So it went up 22, then up to 40. It gave us a doji here and a confirmation sell, but it went right to the line of about 6 pips and stopped. So that's good support there. So if I'm trying to get into that trade, for me, buy limits are in here or to catch it. New Zealand Canadian. US Canadian, sorry. Right up to there last week. Gave us a flat top. I had sell stops up here that didn't trigger, but it did give us, and most recently, that little candle there right back up to the line. And then that would have been a quick sell. And that went about 40 to 50, it looks like. And then the US Swiss on the daily early this week, it broke above, gave us a buy. Went up about 14 and then went sideways for a long time. So didn't go anywhere. So the best thing would have been to go to the sidelines, put a box around it, and trade the direction. And if you were cautious, back down was about 40. So I think, Karen, if you put targets that can be reached when you're not around your computer, that will cut down on some of your exit worries. US yen, big day there, right back to the top. Nothing I want to do here. So I'm finding that if I put my classes like at 9 on Monday and then 9 on Thursday, if there's a guest trader or a trading room, I don't have very few. I have few people that carry over and come into my room. So that doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. After trade room, I just did a couple of things, and then like at noon, I realized you had a class after trade room. I have to set an alarm for classes.
Well, I'm just trying to make it where it's easy for people to make it to and not feel like they've been in front of the computer too long. So I'm going to have to play around with it. I know on Wednesday evenings, Sean's Wobble Crew, there's just zero. I mean, there's only a couple people that show up. So I'm gonna have to rework the schedule to make sure that we can, people aren't in conflict with things.
I mean, the 9 o'clock seems like a good time. We just got to remember.
So now 9 Mountain, Malcolm, what time is that for you?
Same.
Okay.
And it's 11 Eastern. So, and by noon, I'm like, oh, darn, I just missed his class.
Yeah. Just got to, like you say, we got to set an alarm.
Well, that's the only reason I show up is because I have the alarm set on my phone. And so it's either a duck being strangled or a dog that's barking. So that's the only way I show up. And then my wife goes, "You better run off to your class." So okay.
Well, as you were running, you through the trades. I had IG up and what's that? Trade View, and the charts are quite a bit different. Seems like on the last one, the U.S. yen 2-hour chart. They look pretty different.
So this here is IG.
Yeah,
Let's go to
that's what I got, and then it just the U.S. or the Trading View one is
a little bit different. Yeah.
I mean,
And then Alveo will be different too.
yeah.
Alveo doesn't filter any data. But the thing that I've really noticed here on IG, and I'm not let's see.
Because with Trading View, you only get one screen on a free.
Right. Yeah. Here you can do 4, which is very nice.
Yeah.
Now I am not a volume person, but if you put the volume on and you go to an hour chart, then you can tell when the participants are in the market.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one was a strong sell. Too late after the hour.
Right.
And then drifted. Here you had a strong buy. And let's see, this one was at 23. This one was at 10. So 23, and I don't know if that's 11 p.m. or not. If that's the opening of the Frankfurt and the London markets, that moved up pretty well.
Yeah, that's a pretty good move.
Yeah, so volume, because it's decentralized, you can't count on it. But if you compare the volume and you throw up TradingView or you throw up in others, if they're similar and you find out that at least it's telling you when people have come to work.
Okay.
Gotta find a way to get rid of it now.
Just click the X there in the tick volume. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Nice platform, nice, crisp, easy to see, easy to work on, and on a phone or a tablet or anything.
Okay. Yeah, I've been using it along with Alveo.
Yeah, Alveo, I can't run off my phone. I mean, or any of those things. You can't do orders or things. But if you're trading to, get those stats registered and everything, you can still look at TradingView to make sure that everything's going on all the way. Okay, or IG.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Karen. So make shorter targets so that you don't have to worry about too many price and time cycles back and forth and up and down. If you get what you want out of the trade, then you go to the sidelines and then you're looking for your next setup. We get geared to where we sit in front of the computer and we want to trade every day. And if your trade, the way you like to trade, isn't there, like me, it's not there every day. But when I get a trade, they're typically on the outside edges and they favor me. It's- All right. Any suggestions on increasing everybody else's participation in things? I'm going to stop my share. If anybody has anything that they have going on, please share it, because I think you could easily tell people how I trade. You could run right through charts and say, Rex will start looking at this area, or Rex will do this or that. And
You want to see my my pending trade that didn't get hit?
yeah, I've had several that didn't get hit and just nothing happening.
Back on the pound as always. And at the beginning of class, I put this down here thinking it would just do this for a little while. But it stopped right there and then went up because on the hour chart, we had this trend line that seems to be following, which
Because the
looks like a
DXY
head and
top-
shoulders over here that Ed pointed out. Oops, wrong way.
Yes.
It looks like a head and shoulders, but it's leaning up instead of going down. So it seems to be holding that trend line. So I'm going to move my up to, yeah, right there. And try that. See if I can get it hit there.
So you're getting pretty comfortable with this platform?
Yeah, it's there's still things I don't know how to do, but you know, it's all optional stuff. I got the basics. I can put in a pending trade. I can, you know, do my market. Actually, if that misses, I'll show you what this is my version of one click for one trade. Because this is a smaller lot size for the pending, because I'm never sure what it's going to do on pending. And let's see, I'm at 0.33 now. For the lot size, because I put another, actually I should be at 4.4, but that is just, if it goes the wrong way, it gets out of hand too quick. So I'm sticking with 0.33.
So is that 8 caps platform or is that MT4 or 5?
It's MT4 and 8 cap is the broker.
Okay.
And Lark is the, let me just get
Opera.
98.
Yeah, I looked at that last night. I didn't sign up or anything yet. But yeah.
Yeah, I can show you my dashboard. I can show you where I had good trading. And then I got stupid for like 3 days. I went down. And
you
I just
starting-
took it easy for a couple of days and just, you know, treaded water here, got my courage back, and now I'm headed back up there. All right, so I'm getting close. That's the stage 1 goal right there. So I'm getting close.
I'm not seeing anything different.
Oh, I'm not sharing it. Darn it. I have to unshare
I'm
that.
going, okay, this looks good.
And then I have to share something else. Where are we? Oh my, where is it? That's 8 cap. PG, Lark funding, there it is. There we go. Can you see that now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. This is where in the beginning, you know, started off and I did really good and I was within $100 of my goal there. And
Yeah.
then I got stupid 3 days in a row, brought it all the way down to here. And that's where I went treading water, got my courage back, and now I'm creeping back up again. So
So you bumped up from a 5 to a 10 already.
I started with a 10.
Oh, okay.
I figure if I'm going to be trading it, I'm going to want at least 10,000 to make enough money so that I don't over leverage. Because a 10K on a 5K, I tend to over leverage because it doesn't seem like I'm making enough money.
Right. Okay.
So I push it a little too far, and I should just, you know, I'm doing the 10K because it was affordable, and it was just a one-time fee. And as long as I don't blow it, you know, I can take as long as I want. You know?
Oh, okay. I was looking at their setup, but I couldn't figure it out really because
All right, there's no
it was
time
like,
limit. You
yeah,
get
some time limit. So if you
Yeah.
pay the $70 or whatever it is.
the maximum daily loss, 5%. Right now,
Right.
because my equity is more, it's 524.
Right.
I'd never risk that much in a day anyway. The maximum losses overall is 1,000, which is 10%. And I've made more than that, I thought. Maybe not. Let's
Just
see.
have to refresh, maybe, I don't know.
564. No, that's it. Anyway, so I'm getting closer.
It's in the green.
It's in the
Yeah,
green.
you're doing well.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. There we go. I got a 285 expectancy. If I up my lot size to 0.44, that's where the expectancy will jump up. But still, the average loss is still higher than the average win, but I'm still positive because the risk reward isn't great, but it's and profit factor, I'm not sure what that is. And the win rate's at 64%. So
Yeah, the profit factor can be calculated different based on the company.
and I
you're
have all your
with.
trades listed here.
So do you feel you've generated some deliberate focus in your trading with
Oh,
this?
definitely. And you know what? I complain about, having to learn MT4 because that's why it took me a little while in the beginning. I took like 2 weeks just to learn the platform and kind of tweak my trading. Oh, I'm gonna stop sharing and start sharing this again. Sorry, I'm gonna get used to this eventually. There we go. MT4 is back. So yeah, I had to get used to this because I tried the one-click trading and it was somewhere on there. I thought it was one soft breach for placing this because you've got to have a stop loss on every trade. That's like one of their few hard and fast rules that they've got. And you can't just place it and then drag your stop loss down because that means you're exposed for a few seconds there. So
Huh?
I have to use the ticket and I have to set my stop loss and I do it either 20 pips below the current price or under. I check out the
Support.
level of recent support or resistance. And I put the stop loss in and then I wait for the price to get where I want it to be before I put the trade in. And that has made me much more focused. And I don't put such impulsive trades on anymore. And especially when I up the lot size a little more, I just do 1 or 2 trades. I just wait for the right place, put it in, and if I'm in the right place, it doesn't go against me too far.
Hmm.
So anyway, so this is
Yeah,
where
their
I'm right
their
now.
platform looks a little confusing starting out, but haven't got there yet.
Starting, yeah. Yeah,
I
there's
would suggest,
well, there's a new order thing. Basically, what all I use all the time is the plus and the minuses for zooming in and out on the charts.
Yep.
We got the diagonal line, the horizontal line, a vertical line. I don't use. This is automatically put in at the market open and close.
baby.
Hi, God bless
excuse
you.
me.
Anyway, so
I
yeah,
would suggest for new folks that they
Mhm.
start with MT5 and don't even bother with MT4.
really, not every prop firm has MT5. So I figured I'd
then
start with MT4 because I had used MT4 briefly. Don't like it. I didn't like it then. I'm still not crazy about it, but
Yeah.
I tried with Jeff with his
There's just so much more,
indicators and stuff.
there's so much more available for MT5 than there is
Now
MT4.
let's see, gold dollar. Now does red mean it's not available?
You got to use a .I.
Yeah,
If you just
I can't
add
tell
symbol,
on here. I have to look on the phone app because that's the one that lists the .I on the phone app.
well, you could type it in to add symbol,
Oh yeah,
and
I got
type-
XAU and
and then
XAG, but there isn't, let me look under advanced. There we go. USD, GBP. Let me try adding some. Let me do that. Oh, Forex. Gold included under Forex.
no, it's on the metals.
Never mind.
I understood the words you said about it.
Well, they don't even list it. CFD raw feed. Oh, raw feed. That's what we want.
I think there's a reason they had you use MT5 for something like that. I don't know if it was, there were some things that weren't available.
If you get into more advanced, the MT5 will be more helpful if you actually start using.
I understood the mechanics of it. I don't understand the why. What difference is it?
I give up.
What are you doing here?
Oh. So you don't have to manage the trade? I'm not going to.
So who's that?
Oh, that was Karen. I think she was talking to Adam.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you talking to me? You're
You must
talking to
be in the
Ed.
next room.
Okay, here we go.
That's right.
Now,
So-
what is XPT? Is that platinum?
I have no idea.
Yes, I think it is.
Now, if you're in Lark or 8 cap, can you trade anything on the left that you're showing?
Well, you can trade a lot more than that too.
And it's still within the concept of the challenge or the,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe,
yeah.
I believe so.
okay, you can trade anything. All right.
But in 8 cap or Lark, whatever, anybody who's using 8 cap as a base, but Lark, you have to use it like a .I, like
Oh, the Danish kroner. Sorry, go on.
That's all right.
you have to use the .I to get the raw pricing. But they just
Okay.
added another broker, which actually cuts the commission way, way, way down. It's not offering free transfers, which kind of I'm beating Matt up over that.
Okay, I
Because-
see. There's a couple of different versions of it here. Here's the US dollar Norwegian kroner, and then there's another US dollar Norwegian kroner up here. Oh, that's Danish kroner. Okay, there's Danish and Norwegian, and then there's a Hungarian forint. John would like that one.
I have a suggestion for Karen when she's back. And you're done sharing.
Swedish kroner. Okay. They use kroners, but each country has their own. South African rand, that's fun. The Turkish lira. The Singapore dollar. Let's see. Aussie 200. Is that the Australian?
Click on it and see what it brings up on the chart.
Oh, okay. New chart. Oh, darn it. Let's see. I'm not sure.
You can't click at that orange, where the orange right there. Oh,
You
it
know
doesn't
what,
work
let me
that way.
just
I'm not
pull up
familiar
one
with
of
the platform,
these,
so
'cause I don't want to mess up.
Oh.
You know what? The only way I know how to get it over here is to do that. Okay.
Oh.
Aussie 200. That must be the Australian, like S&P.
Could be.
And let's see, it's, oh yeah, look at the number. 697836 and 697926. So that's a big spread. 7836 to 7926. Wow.
Yeah, I would think your commissions or your spreads would be pretty high on some of those.
Yeah. We, where is the properties? Let's put the ask line in. That's red. Okay, that should work. And the bid line is the same. Why isn't the ask line showing up? I don't know. Anyway, we'll get rid of that one. Oh, I just missed. Oh, no, maybe it'll hit. Let's see.
Well, it sounds like you got something in place if things really go south, but hopefully things go well with.
Oh,
LBO
yeah,
and Sean.
I missed half of what Ed was saying, or most of what Ed was saying, because I got a phone call. So I'm hoping that part of the fund will still be available for us independent traders. Because I wrote to Todd and I told him I can handle a new broker and bigger spreads and bigger commissions. I can even handle FIFO, but I can't handle state licensing,
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, it just gets,
exams and licenses and all that sort of thing. And I said, I really, you guys taught me how to trade and I want to stay. And I like Alveo and I'd hate to have to leave over state bureaucracy. So,
And licensing also means more fees and taxes.
yeah, and we're
Yeah.
under scrutiny all the time.
yeah, that's not good for the psychology. I mean, my psychology has just gotten straightened out and I don't need to throw hedge fund trading in on top of it all.
Yep.
And not just that, he just mentioned most of the profits you wouldn't be getting as much of a profit split, although you'd be trading a larger chunk of money, so it would be about the same.
Well, only the pro traders will be trading a larger chunk of money.
Yeah, I know. And if it's a larger chunk of money and it's hedge fund trading, it probably, it would be a whole new
So
psychological adjustment. And, I'm just
Yeah.
gotten the independent trader thing
And
going.
you said in Rhode Island you just cannot trade
Can't
for
do anything in Rhode Island. We were settled by Puritans and Quakers. And I can't even be an Amazon affiliate. We had one governor, Lincoln Almond, that just was really nitty picky, and I don't think he liked anything online. He thought people were cheating the state out of taxes by buying things online, and he wouldn't allow anybody to be an Amazon affiliate.
Wow.
So I couldn't even open up an Amazon store with stuff in it for people to buy
So
as a
Rhode
consultant.
Island, Rhode Island's pretty tiny. I know because I rode my bike across it once.
Yes, it is. It's like
So
40 miles wide and like maybe 60 miles long. But
So
we
how
got
far do you have to
200
drive to
miles
get?
of coastline all wrapped around in the middle.
Yeah. So how far to a post office box in Massachusetts or Connecticut?
Oh, yeah, Seaconk's not far. And Voluntown, Connecticut. Yeah, that's a one horse pony town.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do Mystic. That's wonderful.
Oh, Mystic is nice. I could stop by the aquarium. Yeah.
you can go
Christ,
to Brownie
I
Shop.
used to work in Groton. I went right past where you worked, getting to Pfizer. So, but no, that was when I was younger. I got Rhode Islanditis pretty good now. If you have to go 20 minutes outside of where you live, it's like a long way. Because of course, if you drive 40 minutes in any direction, you're out of the state. So of course, 20 minutes is a long way.
So Rex, Karen asked a question in the chat.
Ooh,
Yep, I'm just typing that in there.
Yeah. I mean, you probably can't answer that. There's still another month or two before all the dust clears.
Yeah, so when we have our Tuesday meetings, we got Sean, Todd, and everybody, and then we have Neil and those people that are on the programming side. So if you come with a verbal agreement or a contract with a broker dealer or whoever, then the programmer's got to come in and make sure everything's talking to everything. And so Sean, is pretty confident on the head side, and Neil is saying on the programming side that's doable before the end of the year. So I'm excited to see just if they can get there. But regardless, Karen, you need to send me a chart every day of marking up a 4-screen chart and where your entries would be, or your setups, and get in the habit of just finding them and putting them on. And then however he works this out.
I'd like to share something for Karen. if I could.
Okay, hang on. Let me unshare.
Okay.
There you go.
I gotta find a share button.
Green, bright green.
Oh, there it is. Got her. Karen, are you there? Got your mic on by chance?
Yep, she's here.
you have a mic on so I can talk? Uh,
Yeah, it's much easier to talk because the chat comes up right in the middle of your screen when you pull it up.
She's got a puppy barking. Yep.
well, puppies are cute though.
We
That's-
love dogs. I would love
Okay.
to hear a dog bark. I haven't heard a dog bark in a long time.
So Karen, what's your favorite pair if you have one?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Karen.
Hi, Rex. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Good to hear your voice.
Good. Thank you.
Do you have a favorite pair, Karen?
No,
Okay.
my favorite one is the one that has a good pattern on it that I can understand.
Well, we're gonna go through that just real quickly here. What about time frames? Do you have a favorite time frame?
Yeah, 4 hour for entries,
Okay.
weekly and daily for direction and
Okay.
levels.
Okay. Well, let's just use a real common EU one here. You can see my screen, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. If we start out on the daily here,
Yep.
price right now is where?
Uh, wait, your daily's on the right? Yeah,
Yes, it is.
it's
If
just
I
above
go,
a support level
yeah,
and
if
it's
I
hitting a
go-
resistance level.
so I popped a fib on here of exaggerated number of days, that's for sure. I wouldn't do this for my own trading. I'm just doing it to make a point. Um, yeah, if this is the halfway point, it's just a hair above the halfway point of this entire range.
Right.
Okay, so which way direction, bull or bear, north or south, is the EU going?
Well, it's been heading down. I guess it's going to pull back and then maybe it'll resume the downward movement.
That would be logical. But right here, this area right here is sideways. You really
Yes.
don't know. You have to
Yes.
guess that it's going downwards. So if this is a 4-hour chart on the left,
Yes.
and this whole thing right here represents that same range. In fact, it's
Yes.
probably bigger than that. I'm sure it is. As it's fractal, remember them little Russian dolls that go inside of each other? You can get $5 in one. Just keep opening the top, and they keep coming out. And that's the nature of fractal. So you really here don't know which way it's going to go. It could go up, depending on what happens maybe tomorrow's news, but it could go down. I'm actually planning on it going down. But as you don't know, and you come over here, your 4-hour chart, if you can use a box or just use plain old lines and say, well, here's the range. You could trade this range if you wanted to, as it started down. But it's really kind of iffy trade. For me, I'd either go to another time frame or find a different pair to trade because
Right.
you're sort of stuck in the middle, and the middle is not a lot of fun.
No.
Even on in Alveo, um, you can put your lines on, for instance. Let's say you picked that pivot, or you picked that pivot up there because it's the highest pivot. And maybe that pivot there because it's the bottom of the range. I actually don't like that one because it's outside the range. You put those lines on. Let's say you drop down to a 1-hour chart. That might be too far. No, notice the lines are still there.
Right.
So you have your range from the higher chart to the lower chart. Still you have to wait for some action. This is the Asian drift, so there's not a whole lot of action usually in the Asian drift.
Right.
It went up just recently because the dollar dropped a full basis point. I still track stuff like that, but a lot of people don't. Most people don't, as a matter of fact. But if you were to put a sell stop here or a buy limit up here, that would be a good trade to wait for. Well, let the market do the work. Let the market tell you where it's going to go. It might take a day or two, but it'll happen. And it probably wouldn't open both of them. If it went up here and you had a buy stop or a buy limit, a buy stop, excuse me, it would come, you catch it coming back down with a buy limit. Or here, a sell stop, you go down that way. So as me, I'm a scalper. So if I'm doing this, I'm down at a 5 minute for a 15, say for my reference window. And I could draw a value line here. That's pretty easy to see. Value line, because that's where the major price action is. And there's actually a company that teaches the value line. I posted it a month ago, maybe more. ATS Trading teaches value line trading. And it's nothing more than, okay, here's the conglomeration of the price. There's the top and there's the top and there's the bottom. And you put your trades in that range, buy stops, sell stops, or limit orders. They don't ever take a fully market order. But once you decide the direction, just mark out your top and your bottom and put your trade on. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. I'll shut up unless you got a question.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Anyway, I don't ever use the day chart of the H4 very often, only because of time cycles. I might use the H4 as a anchor chart and enter on the 1 hour or 2 hour or even the 15 minute. And I'm comfortable with lower time frames. As you see all my posts in the Discord. But I just wanted to share that with you because you just map out the range and get the direction right. Just put your trade on.
Right.
And keep it that simple. And then Rex will see your charts. He's very kind.
He's very kind. I know this.
Yep. So, some people, I remember when I took my first trade many years ago here with Avery. And boy, I was a computer geek back then. I used to build them, put them together, fix them, take them apart, sell them, the whole 9 yards. And I was scared to hit the enter button my first trade. Gee, what's going to happen? Well, you know what? My computer didn't blow up.
No, I don't worry about that.
And and it's a sandbox. So you don't really have any money to lose. Because it's paper money, it's play money. And, I'm just trying to make light of it for you because if you just pick the top and the bottom and the direction, just draw a line through the direction. I can get this to work. Here we go. I mean, clearly, what happened to my line? I mean, this is probably not how you would draw it, but it gives the idea. I mean, it's going that way.
Yes.
So you're hoping that this is going to break because it's a kind of a half-mast flag. I'm back to the same old thing. You really don't know which way it's going to break.
No.
Logic would say it's going to come down and maybe fill this bottom half in the very near future. But you don't know that for sure. So you put a buy stop on it or a sell stop. Boom. I, I think we as traders, because we care and we're so attuned to being successful in our school system. You know, when I barely graduated, my sister got straight A's. Yeah. Did it make a difference? No.
No, it doesn't.
And that's the same thing with trading, though. You just have to develop a lighter attitude. Um, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to imagine that, but I mean, think of the like a Paul Tudor Jones, with or some of his compatriots with billions of dollars at risk. If they didn't have somewhat of a lighter attitude, they wouldn't survive.
That's true.
I used to know an accountant in Amarillo, a very large accounting firm, which the name escapes me at the moment. And the chairs in his office and conference room were from the White House. I mean, the guy was relatively important. And because he was so stressed out, he had a case, he drank Maalox all day long. And you don't want to get to that point, is what I'm saying.
No.
Anyway, I'll shut up now.
No, thank you. I appreciate your taking your time to express your thoughts. It always helps.
Well, and that's what I do when I'm doing long term. I mean, I just mark out my range, get the direction, and put my trades on. And oh well, it works or it doesn't work. Lately, though, I've been blessed with it working. This is what I'm waiting for right now. I think these guys are going to drop tonight. I may be wrong. I've been wrong before, for sure. A lot. Just ask Ron. He'll tell you. Ron knows for sure. How many times I got to refill your account, Ed? But this is what I'm looking at for tonight. And I got this little, I call this a Rex pattern. It's not really, it's the same thing though. And notice they're all going sideways. This is a 1 hour chart. And I think they're all going to drop. If they do, I'll make, say 2%. If they don't, oh well, it'll be another day, another dollar short. I'll let you go. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if it does any good, but just my own opinion.
Well, you know what? Until you listen to what other people have to say, you don't know what you're going to pick up that will help you. So thank you.
You're welcome. Just, just draw your boxes, and when it falls out of the box, put your trade on.
There you go.
I mean,
Not a bad idea.
As simple as possible.
So, Karen, how many trades do you put on a week?
I've been frozen for quite a while, so I hardly any, because I just got to a point where I no longer knew what the heck I was doing or why. The more I listened, the more confused I got, the more, I mean, there didn't seem to be any consistency in what I was hearing and what I was listening to, or the people that were in the classes, that just seemed to be, people were just all over the board. And I just fell into a place where I couldn't decide what I was doing anymore. I don't know why or how, but so I've been trying to, get to the point where I felt like I could climb out of the hole and get some focus back. That's what I've been working on. Just
So
trying to get refocused.
Yeah, you have too much information, a lot of the stuff
Yes.
that you already know. So you like weekly, daily, and a 4-hour chart for entries.
Yes.
So just that is your trade plan and your routine. So on a 4-hour chart, you just, like for me, it's 7, 3, 11, 7, 3, 11, just every 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah, you can check it on your phone, or you can drop by your computer, and you've already drawn the lines on your chart, and you look at it and go, do I have a an entry because I'm at a line, do I want to wait for a confirmation? So you can take the trade with or without confirmation. If you like
Right.
confirmation, you may get that on a 1 hour chart, or you can put pending orders on and then go through all 27 pairs and only trade when you're sitting at a line. You can put
Right.
on pending orders and let them come and just get into that routine. And then
Yeah,
disregard.
routine is a big part of it. And I completely lost my routine. And then when apiary fell in the ditch recently, that just blew up the rest of whatever routine I had left. I don't know why, but it did.
Well, I understand. But it doesn't matter the way Sean trades or Dave or Kevin or myself. That's the way you trade. You like a weekly, a daily. You like a strong 4 hour setup because you're dealing with bigger institutions that are moving prices. And if you get a pivot and a turn, you're trading the turn. If you get a breakout, you're trading the breakout. And you put the trades on. Don't worry about how much money you're making. Just say, how many am I winning? And
Right.
this
That's a good idea.
build some confidence up. I like to watch Sean and Nate and Kevin trade. Do I trade like them? Nope, never will.
Exactly.
When I get an opportunity, I'll get really aggressive and take advantage of it because they don't happen all the time. But I trade the way I learned to trade and not go broke. And I just have repeated it forever.
Yep. That's that. I mean, if somebody wants to know the secret, that's the secret. And you just have to get there.
Right. So consider you go to an auction and you may look at a bunch of things, but nothing catches your eye. And then you go to another auction and a couple things catch your eye. So you start looking at them a little closer. I look at the markets as an auction. I go in, I say, I got 27 pairs, I've got futures, I've got commodities. Is there something that catches my eye? And if it does, then I look at it further and I go, okay, here's an opportunity. I may have 10 a month, I may have one a month, and I may have more, but it's enough to keep an account growing and it's enough to make money.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, and if you branch out into other types of instruments late down the road, be it equities or anything, and if you want to trade other people's money, believe me, they will not be afraid of longer term traders because they add stability to trading.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So
I appreciate you continuing
yes.
to talk to me.
So when I trade, I have to make up for like 4 or 5 eds.
Mm-hmm.
You still there, Ed?
I'm here always.
I'm just teasing you.
Okay.
But
I got
we
big-
even each other out. I might not get a trade, a week. Sometimes I'll get a couple. Ed's trading every day, so he's covering me when I'm not working.
Yeah,
When I'm working, I'm covering his bad days.
every day, all day long.
Yeah. So just define who you are and just stick into it. I think you and Adam are both longer term traders. You have a
We
different
are.
approach. Yeah,
We do.
You got other things you're doing, but a different approach.
Yeah,
Yes.
some people have a life.
We're more similar than different, but he's just he sees better than I do. But and he helps me a lot too. He doesn't give up on me, so that's nice.
So yeah, and you just have a little bit different temperament.
Yeah, he's very calm. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, and trading it is. So, all right. Well, I'm going to skedaddle.
Thank you.
Oh no! Please pop
Okay.
in and share trades if you
Thanks,
want
Rex.
to send me just charts that you mark up, or send them to Ed or Sam. Send them and get a habit of kind of like a daily journal. You got to do your daily journal. Find a chart and mark it up. Find a chart,
Yes.
mark it up.
There we go. Thanks, Rex.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
everyone.
I decided to put this up because on the recording at the end, if we're all just talking, because I'm recording, it records my little person.
Right. Okay.
So I don't want to stare at that through the whole end of the video thing when it comes up. So decided to put this up. Very nice one.
Good,
And I
thank
also
you.
put your website's link under the videos on YouTube. So if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
In order to put a link up, YouTube made me send a picture of my driver's license. And
Oh,
24 hours. That's why yesterday's video took so long to get up, because it wouldn't load the video, because I wanted to have that little link in the description. And even when I took the link out and I just said Rex's website is Logan's Grove, it still wouldn't load the video because it was stuck saying, we have to review your identity before we will let you put links up. I was like, okay, fine. So this morning they sent me a message and said, congratulations, you can now use advanced features on YouTube, like putting links in and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, lovely.
it's crazy.
Anyway, so I put it up in the trade call out section on GroupMe, and it's on YouTube.
All right, thank you.
And I'll once this converts, I'll get it up tonight after class.
Okay, the weekend review, I'll try to get that done tomorrow. Saturday, I'm helping the Boy Scouts with their annual shooting camp out where they learn to
Oh,
use shotguns for quail or duck or whatever safety. And I'm a
Oh,
range safety officer, so I go
fun.
out.
I
and
was
keep them
thinking you were going to say Christmas wreaths.
That's probably their fundraiser, but I won't tell them to come. I don't want Christmas wreaths anymore. So,
Okay, thanks, Rex.
all right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right.